All right, we're here with Coach Lane Patterson from Jacksonville High School. He's an athletic trainer here at Jacksonville High School. So we've encountered Coach Patterson in some of our work with DragonFly Max and stumbled into what we think, if you can see a little bit around the lab here, is a pretty neat little setup. He's got a sports medicine program here at Jacksonville High School, and want to just, Coach, we want to have you talk a little bit about your program, how you got it set up, your career path to this point. And so I'll kind of turn it over to you and let you tell us how you got here and how the program is working and running and where you see it going.
Well, the program's about a year and a half old. About 3 years ago, I was contacted by one of our local board members and wanted to know if I'd be interested in starting a health science program. They didn't have one here. We have other career tech programs, but not a health science program. And so I agreed to do that. So over that first year, I just built the program from scratch. This room was actually 2 different classrooms at the time, and so we've built it out to be a nice facility, I believe, in a short amount of time. But the way I got here was I graduated from Jack State. I was a student trainer there. Went on to Sports Academy in Mobile and got my master's. And then my first job, I was a head trainer at Tuskegee University. So I was one of the guys that wanted to be a head trainer, and so was there for a few years. Then went to Georgia Southern as an assistant athletic trainer, and then got recruited to come back home, sorta, and to Baptist Health Systems, which was a big system at the time, and transformed that into a sports medicine outreach program, and then kind of got into hospital administration and was a director of auxiliary services for about 3 years. Decided it wasn't for me. I just didn't like wearing a tie every day to work.
Yeah.
And I hadn't been on the field in a while, and so I had an offer as actually a pay cut, but to come closer to home to do outreach athletic training, and did that for about 8 or 9 years, and then ended up here. So I just feel like this is an opportunity for me to give back. I graduated from Jacksonville High School, and to possibly shape the future.
Sure. So I know that this is a new program in Alabama. There may be others elsewhere, in other states. Have you kind of leaned on anyone? How have you decided to build the program here? Where have you gotten your information and your guidance from?
Well, I mean, the state of Alabama, we have a health science curriculum, and we have a great support there in Montgomery. But it's all health sciences, so it can be any of the healthcare fields. We're one of the few that's actually athletic training based. Most of them are nurse based, and then as they expand and grow, they become other specialties, EMS, things like that. But we're actually an athletic trainer based, helping to expand to others. And so we've been very fortunate. We're here at Jacksonville, Alabama, so Jack State University's helped us a lot. Gadsden State and Gadsden has donated some things, but one of the local high schools here in our county has a great program, Oxford High School down the road, and the 2 instructors there were great. They helped me really that first year to get on my feet along with the state.
So is that more from building the program or from an instructional standpoint? Did you have teaching background? Had you done that in the past? Or?
No, I mean I believe all athletic trainers are teachers.
Sure. You're always teaching.
And so is healthcare. You should be.
Sure.
But no, I had no formal education experience. The state of Alabama requires you to do a year of mentoring and things like that to get your background and things. And so Oxford helped me with that.
Okay.
And they were great. They came up here. I went down there, and it was a mentoring program. We have some teachers here in the school that helped me as well. But no, this is all kind of new.
Sure. Just shooting from the hip.
Right.
So along those lines, then, what did you have to battle the state, the Board of Education? What was the process? You said it had been nursing based in the past, and you're trying to turn it into a sports medicine athletic training based program. Did you have a lot of hoops to jump through, or what was that process?
I wouldn't really say hoops as much as hesitation.
Okay.
There were fears that, okay, this is just going to be a class where people can go hang out. They're not really going to do anything. There's not going to be any information.
Sure.
It's going to be just kind of, hey, we're just going to worry about athletes. And I hope to have dispelled that. When you look around, you really can't tell what specialty we have here. We have labs, we have so I've really
Impressive.
been conscious about doing that. But kids show up
Sure.
in between classes, and they're not even athletes. When you got here, I had several interruptions while y'all were here, and only one of those or two of them were athletes.
Yeah.
The other four were just kids that knew they could come talk to me.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that's a benefit. We have a school nurse, and she's here for that. But at the same time, she gets overwhelmed sometimes.
Absolutely.
So it's good that the kids feel that they can trust and come and talk to me, and I might not be able to help them immediately, but I can kind of direct them in the right way.
So then for those that may be thinking about a career change, what kind of lay out your typical day, your typical week? Because it's a little bit different from your high school athletic trainer. That's they're showing up, they're covering all the events. You're showing up earlier in the day. You got other responsibilities.
I do.
What does a typical day look like for you?
Well, there again, I do other things besides
Sure,
being an athletic
sure.
trainer. Also, I'm an assistant football coach, assistant basketball coach. I run a Pinnacle project here with the seniors.
So you're a little crazy. All right, we'll start there.
So, but my day, we get here about 6:45.
Yeah.
And I probably leave about 6:45 or 7 o'clock, unless we have a game that night or something. And then it could go.
And then
whenever.
you sleep on one of these beds here in the clinic.
Fortunately, we have several beds back there that are comfortable. But I have a planning period just like any other teacher. I have responsibilities just like any other teacher. Lesson plans, discipline if we have it. I've been fortunate not to have that. But during my typical day would be 6:45 to I would say 6. And in that day I'll teach the upper level classes of health science, sports medicine too, therapeutic services, and foundations of health. And then I also teach what we call family wellness, which is actually a health class
Sure.
for all the ninth graders. So I have a disbursement of 9 through 12 throughout the day, and I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the
You have
reasons,
to. As much time as you spend doing it, you have to enjoy it.
Well, and the benefit is, as most athletic trainers know, you spend a lot of time, regardless if you're an outreach trainer or if you're an athletic trainer that's hospital based. You still have clinic time, things like that.
Sure.
The appeal to me is that I'm spending a lot of time, but my daughter is an athlete and goes to the school, so she can spend time with me. My son is across the street at our elementary school, so I can see him anytime I need to.
Absolutely.
We all wear the same colors on Friday nights or Saturdays. We all can cheer for the same team, whereas other jobs I've had in the past, on the college
So
level.
split those allegiances.
Well, yeah, on the college level, you worry about, okay, what are they going to hear or see, and then in the hospital based, you've got 5 or 6 schools you're going around checking
Right.
on. Really got to wear a neutral shirt and can't really
Right.
cheer. So those things it's like anything else. It's what you're willing to trade your time for.
Sure.
Because from the time we're born till the time we die, we're always in a process, and it's your time is how valuable for what you're doing. So if you feel like 10 minutes of time is worth 10 minutes of TV, then that's what you're trading 10 minutes of time for.
Right.
But if you feel like 10 minutes of time is worth hanging out with your own kids and their friends, then that's
Sure.
what it's worth for. So, it's all about perspective. And money is great. We all have to pay our bills, and we all love money. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's about life, and it's about quality of life.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like you're very happy doing it. So that kind of leads into another question for those that may have stumbled across this video, maybe watching it. Hey, I've been through the ringer, I've got some career advice, or for those that may be looking to change their career a little bit. Maybe they want to build a sports medicine or athletic training program at a high school, or get into the educational side of things. What's some advice that you would give to those that love athletic training but maybe are a little burned out and just want to explore what else is out there? What would be your advice to?
Well, one, I've been there. I've been all aspects of that.
Right.
And I believe once you've been in the profession for a while, and I'm not going to put a quality year on it. I mean, everybody has their plateau they hit. But once you've been in any profession for a
Right.
while, you need to start examining, is this what I'm going to do? Is what I got in it for is why I'm still in it? Am I in it for the money, or am I in it because I
Yeah.
love it, or is
Yeah.
it in it because I make a change? And so with athletic training, most athletic trainers, I don't think, go into it trying to make money. They go in it to try to help people.
Right.
And so how's the most effective way I can help people? But you got to take care of yourself too. You can't be so concerned about your athletes, your parents, your coaches that you forget about taking care of yourself, because that's a career ender. You will burn out.
Yeah, hard to take care of someone else if you're unhappy.
Right, and so it's a balance. And my best advice to that is find out what you truly love. What's your passion? And we even discussed this in class earlier this week, talking about job changes. I've had 5 careers. Every one of them, I've been blessed that they were very good careers. I enjoyed my time, but at a time, there was time to move on.
Sure.
Something came by and said, hey, we got this. It's probably a better fit. And so I moved on. So sometimes you got to stick your neck out.
That's you're definitely not risk averse. You've been willing to kind of follow the path wherever it leads. So that's
well, this is the thing, and won't go into really details, but the last 2 jobs I've changed have been pay cuts. And I had an orthopedic surgeon one time. Well, actually, when I took this job, we were close, and I told him, I said, I'm taking this job for my family. And he said, how's taking a pay cut helping your family? I said, because they're getting me. And he didn't understand that concept.
Sure.
Because in his mind, you work until you can't to put as much money as you can up.
Absolutely.
But you can put all the money in the world up, but if you're not there to enjoy it with the people you love, what's the point?
What are you doing? Yeah, for sure.
So,
Well, I do thank you for a few minutes that you've given us out of your very busy day today. For those that may be new to the profession, or those that may be looking for a career path change, or just looking for some advice on hey, what else is out there, give them some contact information. How can they reach you for that advice?
yeah, I mean, I'm here for anybody that would like to bounce ideas off of me. My email is lpatterson at jcsboe.org, and then my cell phone, I don't mind giving that out. That's 256-530-3488. Just
Probably doesn't have time to answer it though, because he's
well,
doing
I
something
will.
else.
Full disclosure: if I don't recognize the number, I will not answer. So
Leave a message.
Leave a message, or better yet, text me and tell me what it's about, and I'll get back to you. But yeah, I've had I fully believe that nobody gets anywhere without help.
Sure.
And so,
absolutely.
even those people that are self-made aren't. They think they are, but they're
Sure.
not. And so, I'm very fortunate to have people in my life, all through my life, to help me get to this point. And I'd like to help move forward with a career, and anybody that'd be interested.
Well, thank you for your time today and for all the help that you've given us. And
Well, I appreciate y'all
check
coming
back in with you
I mean,
soon.
I know you're both very busy, and I enjoyed you coming, and hope to see you back.
It's been a fun day. Thank you.
Thank you.